towards B long, and actually he's going to go walking.
Some space taken on that drone. The TP going to be used. It's a fake for Miniboo being up close, trying to tempt any sort of spams through that smoke. Nice paranoia. Great work by Captain. Many blinded players, but Miniboo must just have been fading for him. Nice snake bite down on the floor. It's caught a few while Patatek swings out wide for a double. Boo on another, leaves FUT way behind. It's only cracks. 1 versus 3.
Only.
No info of where these players are. He's got every corner to clear and not enough time to clear him. All shots.
That's going to be himself. Mr. KO, but unfortunately, slight spoiler, he's going to go down. Either way, 1-0. Heretics again have so much space. You can see the pressure at the moment that Heretics are coming under, but they have managed to eliminate him, and the rest of the squad still looking for that space. Boo on these late lurks around the corner has been winning every single fight that's put in front of him. Still, though, the majority of the defense is just waiting. An attempted plant here, definitely not going to be easy.
They've already lost CNED to them, who feels like the duelist on the other side, certainly the top fragger of Heretics, and they're worried about Boo, about where he's going to come from and when he's going to come on in. But his team are... Oh, hold on, he's about to be challenged. The swing just to come through. Boo easily wins it. This guy is just looking unreal. He didn't even take a hit there. I waited in case the HUD was slow, but no. 150 HP still to work with, but he's got more to do. Kill after kill needed from Boo. Another chance, but this time his luck finally runs out.
Yeah, and he's already looking like a much different player being put onto the KO. Obviously, the main reason he's come in as a substitute is that depth of agent pool. He can play an initiator, he can play a smoker, he can play a duelist if you need it be. And right now, well, I feel like he's almost a mix of the initiator and the duelist. 5-1, right up there alongside Boo. And wow, this was around the... Again, I feel like with the early start, they probably should have taken it, but it did come down to those clutch plays from him. 3-1 in the lead. Again, we're looking at a similar scenario to the defense of the last map where FUT are able to get themselves onto the board, but they're unable to convert anything more than an individual one. And again, CNED, well, I feel like they're just expecting at this point, you know what? Okay, within the first 15 seconds, CNED's going to run at us. This is the first time he's actually got anything. He's still fighting with 5 HP.
Don't go back out there! I mean, we talk about spraying through smokes with a Vandal. I mean, this is a little bit worse. It's just a laser.
Yeah, I wonder where he is. Oh, that big blue pointer's probably going to give that one away.
Over there, is he? Oh, he's regrouped with his teammates now. 5 HP. Let's see what he can do. Maybe just draw their eye, be a distraction. Patatek had no idea there were players this close. Now a real challenge for him, and it's CNED, the 5-health warrior, to pick up that frag, move down, recover.
Please tell
me
he's going to give the gun to someone else.
The rotation's on the way. He must.
Okay, thank God. I got 2 kills, you know. The shorty up close is ratty from Mr. Fallen. But again, there must be an expectation there from Heretics. Again, they've struggled against these pistols once or twice throughout the game. Benji, though, it looked like he was going to be dead to rights, but Mr. Farland not quite quick enough.
Yeah, just a little bit faster on the trigger. But look at this position from Boo. He's been so good in aim duels, so he tries to force them into fighting him. CNED stuns won't land. He's been revealed, and he's 5 HP, rifle in hand. 1 versus 3. Most people would save. Everyone else would save. CNED will not. But he goes down. And it's all right, because they can come back into the next, but...
Hope you had for Heretics. Maybe you're a Spanish caster with a Heretics jersey. I don't think you expected Boo to just be out-fragging everyone in this server. Either way, a fantastic start, a fantastic first map, and they're already in on the plant. They don't have any abilities to play with because of cracks, but... Oh, sorry, because of Patatek. Now they don't have any on the other side as well. Either way, Thrash thrown through. FUT are expending a lot into this round to try and get something done. The fact is, though, still yet to find a kill.
Oh, just ran out of ammo at the wrong moment. Patatek could have been down, but Boo and Patatek have fallen in the end. Miniboo to follow Benji. Fishy's out of the game. Rian's trying his best. But Rian will be done towards FUT. CNED gave his life there a few rounds in a row. Finally, they're finding success. That wall drop. 2 players out wide, pistols in hand. I thought it could have been a disaster, but instead, it's worked out for the attacking side. If they can keep it down to those 1-on-1 trades, that's fantastic, but the health is starting to dwindle on their side. That Viper's Pit could save them a lot of trouble, though.
Yeah, this is one of the only things that I think could potentially bridge the gap of what is the weaker weaponry They still have a bit of utility to play with. It's actually going to be used by Rians to try and just maybe get them something through that pit, but already Captain is going to remove Panatek, leaving them with a disadvantage. More util thrown in off the back of the paranoia, but Rians still standing strong. Another for him, leaving it into that 2v2, and Benji has dipped out of the pit, just trying to buy that extra little bit of time. Needs to take down the wingman who's already on it, and now it's all left on to just one man, Mr. Fallen, to try and find anything. It is already half, so the peak has to come through, but Benji, again.
That they've decided not to go for it whatsoever. Instead, plowing forward. Maybe that speaks to faith in the game plan. Maybe it's Yedege having that Viper's pit, so they don't need to discuss too much else. But we'll see. Heretics, what ideas have you got up your sleeve? By the way, CNET off is, I mean, it's been avoided for now, but it could be very, very dangerous.
It's something, well, it's definitely feared by many. You look back to that Champions winning roster, one of the best strats in the game. Steel will tell you, avoid CNED. It's a good strat. You see him, you go the other way. I think the FUT roster might have that little bit of extra depth. Oh, caught sleeping at the wheel.
He was just looking at the mini-map, checking the stars are in the right place. It's okay.
We need eye trackers, then we'd know.
That's it.
Definitely not a waste of money or investment.
No, nonetheless, cheap too. That's a good thing, you know. So, it's a famously very cheap piece of technology. Now, Miniboo is trapped in the corner, but does he have a TP Soar? Is there a gate crash? No. Right? There we go. It's on its way, so there wasn't. Thunder's Fury pulled through. Already up close is Miniboo. Rian's able to find one, but Miniboo's surprise attack isn't actually as much of a surprise as he would have thought. And with an off angle held by Captain, it has fallen apart for the side of Heretics.
Nice attempt in a round that we didn't have massively high expectations, but now 6-5. FUT have slowly been climbing their way back into this one. They were looking down and out moments ago.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think good adaptations. Mr. Fallen, I think, even saw the gate crash as it was coming in, so he had a good idea. This was a round where Yoru was going to try that TP. He TPs in, and immediately Mr. Fallen is on his case, taking him down as he emerges from the smoke. Really nicely done, and you can see just looking at that scoreboard, it has been a struggle for Miniboo to find any of that value. In the rounds where he has successfully TP'd, it's actually just been his teammates kind of rolling over the site and winning, and when he hasn't, well, it went like we just saw.
Powerless.
Interesting, an instant Cosmic Divide thrown in and a battle up in towards that B short position. There was a stack up there, even still CNED is still in position. I wonder if they'll opt to almost just avoid him at this point. So much utility being put in onto pressure. They know exactly where he is, hiding in the backlines. Yedege has moved in, but it's not going to be enough. A solid half and a fast response from Team Heretics to get themselves that 7-5 lead.
Yeah, a very confident way to close out that half as well. Just getting in their face, taking those fights, and winning every single one of them. I like the idea for FUT to come pushing down through mid, but as you can see, they just didn't have the firepower to back it up when it came down to judgment time. Now look, I'm looking at round 13, pistol round. There's not a lot that we can do willing to fight for this. Orb down.
Well, where else do you go with the judge?
I mean, inside of Lamps, Luka would work.
He's seen
this is
it.
risky, but it's worked, and it's worked so well for Benji. Even allowing Rians to pick up another. He can just back off, give that space, but he's surrounded. Players on each side, smoke on the left. He's isolated and has to take both of these fights at once. That's not easy. As you can see, the result is as expected.
Still the rifle of
I have the toxins going up.
Miniboo looking to rain death down from above. They've also got Boo with, honestly, if anyone I want with a Guardian right now, it's him.
One suppressed.
They already know that a player has crossed their way back into Lamps. The thing is, again, we know how much can be done by the side of FUT in these sort of scenarios. Swapping places makes sense as well, having that judge to just hold on to Lamps, but the fact is they're looking to clear things from the other angle. Wrap back around. Captain almost a little bit lucky that he missed that one. Could have been caught blind within the corner, but instead holding just on the edge of the spike. Needs a miracle and not going to find one. Again, it will be Heretics to convert themselves the round, and they get up to 9.
Absolutely outrageous. Having that 2v2, time on your side, Thrash to play with, positions unknown as well. And coming out on top is Team Heretics. I could watch that back 5 times. I still wouldn't understand how Miniboo gets away with everything he does. Taking down the smokes in the first place, sure. But that TP, I'm 90% sure they heard it. And that shot It's more
so
ridiculous
clean.
the second time.
It's so clean.
Boo is currently look at 19 kills and 5 deaths on Boo. Like,
He hasn't died this half.
that's true. That's true. How is that true, Tom? How?
He is playing out of his mind. He has been in the AIM Lab server the entire time we've been away, it seems.
Couple months in there. Surprised his wrists haven't ground down to ash at this point.
Either way, under pressure here. FUT, they've shown comebacks. Think back to Convergence. They were able to turn some pretty big deficits. And the EMEA has found a couple of high-impact kills. Ones that they needed. Viper's Pit as well available, and he's going to use it to lock down that defender spawn. Still gives Minibu a little bit of space out from Heaven, but he needs something a little bit lucky, I feel, to clear out that spot.
Good shot by Benji, but he's only got Minibu alongside him. Fighting into that Viper's Pit, not going to be easy. They need to find the Viper. That's a hard task. Nice shot on Captain. He was emerging from that pit for some reason. One I'll not be able to understand for quite a while. Benji Fishy caught. That was a risk by Yedajay, but it has most certainly paid off. And with that, we might just have the round secure. Diffusing already halfway. Minibu, someone needs to peek him. Someone needs to check, and eventually they will. Another round found for the side of FUT. The path to recovery begins here.
This second half.
Kill Boo, win a round. Okay. He has died 6 times.
Concealment.
And FUT have 6 rounds.
There you go. Just kill him. Just do it. He's in the TP as well. You'd even maybe expect this to be a ruse. You're not expecting someone to TP at the beginning of the round. There you go. Like, Mr. Volan's not ready for that trade to come through. Keeps things even, at least for now. And Captain actually going to decide to get out of there. But Benji had already aggressed.
Oh, that's the decoy put through as well. They'll be a little bit more confident that the stack is on B, that these players are not defending quite the same way on A, with the same power, the same numbers, but instead, they're wrong. Benji, snake bite in, it's landed, it's headshot the diffuser. In fact, I think Benji loses his life, gives it up for what could be a trade, and, well, a little bit unfortunate for Minibu that his TP is so far away. Obviously, it's a rotate to B, but he can just go straight back through the TP, but it's being waited for. Captain's here, Flash has caught him, he's forced into a corner, it's not cleared, though. And so Captain finally takes down Minibu, puts an end to the Yoru storyline.
It leaves Boo and Rians one away from a Hunter's Fury, but can't really expect that to be used at this stage. Paranoid, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. The easiest kill CNED's ever going to have. 2 players completely blind, nearsighted, into a corner. And FUT now start that grind back. He's blinded himself.
Doesn't matter, he's nice and safe away in lamps. Well,
he's the only one.
Teammates aren't.
Yeah, being picked apart still, the 1v2. Not out of his grasp. He's managed to cross over. That might be a bit of a surprise, but now the tap has given things away. Still so passive at this stage that they're not really going to give anything for him to fight back into. And FUT, again, they're going to continue that rise back into this one. Maybe even going to try and find him on the way back out, but Minibu, well, it shouldn't be over-peeking, over-facing. And again, I expect fairly soon that Heretics are going to take the team, like FUT being a little bit more direct. And actually, they're going straight through this pit, challenging immediately. That was way too close.
I love that idea, though. From CNED just going straight in, spamming the angle that you pretty much know he's going to be on. And it was only the bullets missing by a couple of pixels that leave Team Heretics with all this control over A. With a position that, honestly, FUT are not likely to challenge. They've tried, it didn't work. Now it's time to take it elsewhere. And it looks like B site, through lamps for now, through hookah rather, is going to be the play. That's what they're telling them. They made some noise, they popped off some shots, and now the shift back. You know, I really didn't think they would want to play into this. Wonder how much they can realistically get done if they do push the Viper's Pit. Now that Yedajay's down, though, that option seems to be gone.
Evidently, their opponents did see that coming because they had 2 players still at the backside of A. They put that down almost as bait. Now, they do have themselves the null command on this side. Panatek has to be a little bit more careful with it, and CNED is going straight through onto the site. The high-pace take, the pre-fire from Rians, not quite going to find anything, and that after-plant does look likely. No ultimates to play with just yet, but if Krax is the one to actually do the plan, he's not. Could see him get his ult online from a kill, though.
Back to me.
Well, we've already seen a number of ultimates.
This makes things awkward.
It's It's a seriously heavy play from Team Heretics. Boo using his Cosmic Divide, blocking them out, giving them a tough angle to play with. Mr. Fallen can't get through. Mini Boo can see his head though. Nice return by CNED, but that defuse could be underway. They need to get through that wall and stop it. And they have not succeeded, not by a long.
Thrown through. Again, this defensive side, this is what I like to see. That little bit of extra aggression, but that ultimate from the last round is being used immediately. And while, unfortunately for Miniboo, he's caught the one player he didn't want to. Oh.
I mean, Krax is down, but they can get him back up. Can't even be denied from this side. This is a tough one if you're Team Heretics. They've come in with a good previous round and been shut down immediately. Benji Fishy, the last man standing, 1 versus 5, and that save is undoubtedly coming through. And that's the problem with a side like FUT. They have this ability to just go back, cock it, load it, and fire onto your site. And not many teams have the stopping power to deal with that.
Sometimes it genuinely looks like Cedar's just playing like a Spike Rush or something. He's just like, I'm just going to go bouncing around the map for a little bit. I'm looking the last guy down. See if I can find him. Oh, I thought, I won't lie, I believed that Cedar was going to pop his head while just sprinting. But I just believed that he was still going to find that. Benji trying his best to hold on to the gun. The finances really not great at this stage. Oh, just about managing to dodge it, but Anna Captain will go through that teleport foot.
To connecting an OT. Low money on the side of Heretics. Very weak investments. The judge isn't too much of a surprise, especially with the ult in play. But Rienz doesn't have a dimensional drift. He's just insane. He's playing a bookie.
How dare you?
Shot in the face.
How dare you do little bro like that?
I'll say after they've heard that, I don't know that they're going to want to come anywhere near this position.
To be honest, if it was a judge, I'd agree. With a Bucky, I'm almost like, if I'm CNED, which obviously I'm not, I'm just like, oh, I'll take him. Rienz, he's got to fall back. I think probably already spotted towards the corner, and Boo is going to get caught. The thing is, the detain doesn't last a mass amount of time. Oh, what is that from Benji? A real chance for them to actually take this now. One of the rifles in, and a captain. The flash is solid, but no one really goes off the back of it. And the Bucky's managed to find a kill. Now CNED, look at the spike.
It's out.
Look at the spike. It managed to get past them.
I thought CNED would go to the TP. He's going out on site. This guy's crazy. He's insane. It's worked out. He's bought them time. Yeah. Maybe he thought he had a flank. Maybe they knew the rotate was coming through.
Yeah, I think maybe he just expected, okay, at least a couple of them will know this has gone the other way at this point. So I'll try and do as much damage as possible. Now it's left. All onto Mr. Fallen.
Missed the TP.
The IGL, we know that he can lead by example at times. He needs to try and find this, but already spotting out one of the players. I think he will have heard the footsteps of both, though. Yep. Definitely at this stage, there should be the information that both players are here, and he's tried to bait them into going the other way on that wraparound, looking to come in from behind. A chance against the first, not quite there with the second, though. Heretics will make it to 12 once again, one away from an upset in that first matchup.
And you know, it's looking at Krax's face.
Yeah.
Doubled in the pistol.
He's done all right in the second half.
I didn't catch the total. What's
He's
the total?
on 20.
That's not bad. Yeah, decent. Well, Boo's up for another. He's already opened it up. CNED again. This one-on-one opening duels with CNED have been crazy. That wall's going to drop. Benji Fishy up close. 30 HP, but some value can be found. It's Boo that finds it instead. That's, honestly, the guy's got no initiating utility. He's got something coming in there. Again, a great assist from Patatek, but it just shouldn't happen. Patatek on another. Things are looking very good for Heretics to close this out here and now. Krax, who's had, as we said, uncharacteristically quiet game, is now going to be relied on with the spike carrying into the site. He's dropped Boo. Patatek's fallen. Do they expect the second player here? The flash will give it away. Minipoo, they now know that he's here. Decoy gone out. It's through the wall. They'll shoot it. They'll break it. They knew that he was behind, but couldn't react in time. The drone coming out from spawn gives them all the information. At this moment, FUT know where both of their opponents are. They need to make a decision. Going to the TP means crossing Minipoo. Not a wise decision, especially when Yedajay's 1 HP. And now that final tick of health is all that stands between Team Heretics and taking their opening series, starting this year in a way that's evaded them on stage time and time again since this roster was put together not that long ago. Hell of an opening to the VCT season, and hell of a start for Yedajay if he can, first of all, dodge those shock darts, and now close out the game. Oh, wild spam from Rienz! Closes it out, 13-10.
Yeah, the man that may not be a